Do you find it difficult to hold a conversation? You might feel like you lack the skill to talk, socialize, and make friends, but in reality, you haven't tried enough. It seems like you lost motivation during the process and gave up trying. Perhaps you had an embarrassing moment while talking to someone, and now you avoid social interactions to prevent that embarrassment from happening again. This is the common mistake made by most people who face the same issue. You don't lack the ability to learn how to talk to others, you just haven't tried enough. The skill of talking is simply something acquired, not inherited. Since we are highly social creatures, our brains respond significantly to communication with others. Just as we learned how to speak as babies through observation and imitation, we can learn the art of conversation through practice. Consistent practice and interactions with people are the key to getting better at talking. Nowadays, we are more active online than in real life, engaging with our friends through text messages. Texting is extremely easy and allows you to give the other person an impression of yourself that is far from reality. You can present a completely different personality through what you write. It's obvious when we're texting someone online, we have enough time to filter our words and shape them in a certain way that strays from the truth. Relying solely on texting will keep you away from learning how to talk in real life, as they are entirely different. When you text someone, your conversation lacks several elements such as eye contact, facial expressions, body language, proximity, and tone of voice, things that are absent in texting and are precisely what you struggle with. I know most of you guys have friends on social media you've never met. I personally know some people like that. I've known them for years and have never met them. While it's great to have friends and text them, it's even better to meet them and talk to them directly, fluently, without feeling shy or insecure. You just need to leave your room and go to places where people engage in activities, where there are many things you can talk about to enhance your social skills. Personally, I find gym and classes to be the ideal places for this. I know everyone there, and I have a good relationship with everyone. I never hesitate to help anyone, and in return, I feel everyone appreciates my presence. Now, I'll share an experience with one of my special friend. He was an introvert. When I first knew him, he didn't feel comfortable or safe around people, and always preferred to stay alone. He said he felt more comfortable away from any possibility of interacting with anyone. I remember he disappeared for 4 months without talking to me, and when we met again, he barely spoke and even started stuttering. I saw this as normal and understood it because he hadn't been talking to anyone except his family, and even then his conversations were minimal. Everyone found him strange and somewhat boring, but I understood him and tried to talk to him, unlike others. My acceptance of his personality made him want to meet and talk to me. He once told me about an incident at university, trying to describe how his isolation affected him and made him extremely weak in social interactions. He said he wanted to attend an extra physics class and had to ask the receptionist for permission to enter the room. Just the idea of talking to that person and asking for permission made him tremble, his heart race, and he felt afraid. I was shocked by what he said. It seemed exaggerated, but he genuinely felt that way. Besides this, all his interactions with girls were unsuccessful, because as I mentioned before, his way of talking was strange. He had no luck with girls, despite being handsome. He was smart, despite all this, which was clear from his conversations and discussions with me. As I mentioned earlier, I was the only one who had deep conversations with him. I always thought to myself that he just lacked some social skills. Isolation had negative effects on him, but undoubtedly helped him significantly enhance his knowledge. I remember he visited me once at home, and while we were talking, I saw a picture of Sam on his phone's wallpaper. He knew I liked going to gym, but he never talked to me about his interest in it. So I brought it up and eventually decided to take him to the gym. Even though he was initially hesitant, I kept convincing him that it would be a great experience for him, and he finally agreed. The club I trained at was packed with people of all ages, boys, girls, and even some elderly men. There was a joyful and loving atmosphere in the gym. Everyone talked and laughed together. The environment was entirely strange and uncomfortable for him at first, but I began introducing him to my friends at the gym, and he started talking to them little by little each day. After about a month, the difference became so clear. I started to feel that he began enjoying the place. He started working out with new people and talking to one of the girls. And now I can't even imagine that he was the shy introvert guy. I see that he won because he is very happy now. Overall, enhancing your social skills might feel overwhelming, but the payoff is huge for real. Through real-life interactions and consistent practice, you can gain the confidence and ability to build genuine connections. Just want you to keep in mind, social skills aren't innate gifts. As I said before, they're acquired skills honed through practice. Dive in fearlessly and start honing those skills. Remember, the more you practice, the sharper you become. See you in the next one.